inspiration, this is motivation. Achieve and grow, watch your schemes unfold. No dreams, just goals. Big T Talks Podcast.
Big T Talks Podcast. Big T Talks Podcast.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Big T here, the Big T Talks Podcast. We are March 7th, Wednesday. Did not drop a Monday motivation for you guys this week. For those of you that follow me on social media and know me personally, this week hasn't been the greatest week. I lost my father early Monday morning. He passed away from his battle with cancer. He was diagnosed a year and a half ago with bone cancer. That was pretty far along, and he was given a year. a year to be around with us, and he made it a year and a half. But even knowing that his time was coming, it's still hard when you lose someone, especially a close family member, for me especially, because that was my pops, that was my dad. I am the way I am today because of him. He gave me my work ethic. He gave me, my mannerisms. He instilled in me, to respect others, to work for what you want. He also instilled in me probably my, anger and temper issues as well. You get the good and the bad from your parents sometimes. So, yeah, it was a little rough Monday. I was definitely not trying to jump on here and give you guys, some motivation when, it was one of the hardest days of my life so far. But with that being said, you still have to move on. You still have to heal. You still have to continue doing what you are set out to do, or what you are, putting out there that you're going to do. You still have to go for your goals. You can't shut down. You can mourn. Like, it sucks. It fucking sucks my dad's gone. But he wouldn't want me to quit doing this. He wouldn't want me to quit doing the podcast. So, I'm gonna keep doing it. He wanted me, he was one of my biggest fans as well. I used to work for my dad. It was my very first real job after high school. I used to work at a gas station, and I used to work at a pizza place during high school, here and there, couple little jobs. But my first actual job out of high school, framing houses, was for my dad. I worked for him, and on the job site, I was not his son. I was an employee. There was no favors, no favoritism. I wasn't special. If I fucked up, I fucked up. Got my ass chewed out. And I worked for him for about 4 years till I went off on my own, doing my own, I switched over from framing to remodeling. And it's kind of funny because my dad's last 2 years that he was working before he retired, he actually came back to work for me. And, it's just kind of funny, he taught me a lot about work ethic and a lot about, being better and doing the best job that I could do. And, 22 years later, when he came, 20 years later, when he came to work for me, he was still the exact same person. He was there 45 minutes before everyone, sitting in his truck, drinking coffee. I'd show up to the job site, 20, 30 minutes early, and he'd already be there, and he'd have the day planned out, what we needed to get done. You are the way you are. You can change and get better, but you are the way you are. You got to play to your strengths. You have to figure out what you are good at, and you really got to cash in on that. You really got to hone that. Like, you can change it and you can work on it, but you know who you are inside. And, my dad was a true man, would put in 100% when he did something. He'd always be there. If he was sick or not feeling good or something bad happened or hungover, he still showed up to work 45, 30 minutes early. It didn't matter, and that's that work ethic. And that's kind of what today's topic is about. Sorry guys, I still got that cough a little bit. is your work ethic? Are you committed to what you're doing? I mean, are you, half-assing it? Are you, faking it? Are you getting by? I mean, there's a ton of different things you can call it, and we've kind of done a podcast on it already. So I don't want to get, too much into, repeating what I've already said, but you need to do what you love. Life is short. I realized that on Monday. I thought my dad would be around forever. And even, when they said he wasn't going to be, I still just assumed he would be. Thankfully, he passed very quickly. Within a few days, he went peacefully. All the family was here, to see him. So it was good. Everyone was able to say their goodbyes and hopefully come to peace with it. So I just want you guys, man, take some time today. Reach out to someone you love. Tell them you love them. Give them a hug. Give them a phone call. Shoot them a text. Especially if it's a close family member. Tomorrow's not promised. Tomorrow's definitely not promised. And you don't want to regret. You don't want to regret not being there. You also want to work your ass off for what you want. You can't expect it to be given to you. If anything, what I've taken out of this last, 2 weeks is you gotta hustle. You gotta grind. You gotta put in the work. Shit's not gonna happen for free. Shit's not gonna be given to you. Shit's not gonna be easy. Life's gonna freaking punch you in the nose hard. And it's gonna show who you are by, how you jump back from that, how you bounce back. How, you're gonna get yourself up and dust off and, wipe your eyes and move on. Yeah, you need to mourn. You definitely need to mourn. You need to heal. You need to deal with it. Don't let it bottle up. Don't put it off. You need to mourn. Alright, guys. That's what I got for you today, man. It was probably just a big ramble, but just some stuff I wanted to get off my chest. I hope you guys have a kick-ass day. It's Wednesday. Like I said, March 7th. You're halfway through the week. Get off your ass. Crush it. Do something. Make it happen. Big T out. Peace.